Ooh, first sip of the day. I don't know if y'all can see this, but my desk is actually literally disgusting. I should actually wipe it down for y'all, for me. Hi, hello, it's your boy Nate. I read books because reading is sexy, and if you're not reading, you're not sexy. July came and went, and I only managed 6 books this month, mostly because of a big boy, so we'll get to that in a bit. Yeah, hi, hello, how was July for you? Mine was wet, let me tell you. It's monsoon season right now. Korea has gone through some pretty heavy rainfall. Actually, I think like Gwangju, a city like in the middle of Korea, is like completely flooded. There's a Starbucks that's like flooded. At least this lighting is just fine. All right, let's get into this. First book of the month was Aliss at the Fire by Yon Fosse. Oh God, because it's so short, I'm not going to go into detail about what it's about. But what I'll tell you is that it's about memory, but the kind of memory that you dream about, and then the kind of dream that becomes nightmare, but also alludes to a lot of truth. And it's this thing where it exists in that space, whether you don't know which side of the coin you're on, what perspective you're supposed to believe, but you're happy that you have all these multi-perspectives occurring to get to a higher truth. But what this essentially is about a memory, but it relates to another memory. And while you're experiencing both of these memories, you're also experiencing a multi-perspective narrative around both of these things and the relation of grief, waiting, aging. Yeah, that middle ground of disbelief, of not knowing what is real and not knowing what is truth, but you want so much to get to both. Startling. Beautiful. I think Fosse's prose is so hypnotic. It does get a bit used to. My friend had told me that you just gotta sit with it and sit with it for as little as possible. So I tried to take as few sittings with this as possible. I think I finished it in a day, actually. I think it's best read that way because there's this beautiful hypnotic prose, and when you're in that prose, you're just kind of locked. It all becomes much like a fever dream. And when you experience something like that, you know, you're clutched close. There is no grasp outside of it. You are really stuck in it. And I think it's beautifully read that way. So if you ever pick this up, which I think you should, it is worth your time. And I think Fosse is doing this really interesting thing with writing where we get this pew 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 of repeated images constantly to evoke a sense of deja vu, that thing that memory does, that shows you familiar images, but it feels at the same time so completely unfamiliar. I could reread this over and over again. It's just one of those books. It has like a power and a mystery to it and an absolute beauty. So glad I picked this up. In essence, and it's like 60 or so pages. It's a perfect novella. Next up, I did an ARC provided by Random House. This is An Oral History of Atlantis by Ed Park, a collection of short stories that are, to me, a lot less short stories and merely observations. I've read Ed Park's previous book. No, I didn't. I DNF'd it, actually. Same Bed, Different Dreams, I think it is. Different Dreams, Same Bed? Who knows? All the same to me. That's what I call a Friday night. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Because I thought that novel was way too ambitious, and with this collection of short stories, Ed Park is just not the writer for me. I honestly think he's just a really, really good note taker. He has some of those like Dorothy Parker snarky, clever lines here and there, like very acute details of people. But other than that, this collection of short stories, some better than others, but more so, they just sort of end. They don't have like an arc to them. They're just this bubble. And when it pops, and then it ends, and then you're moved into the next story. Ed Park is just that kind of New York writer that belongs in the New York world and cannot write outside of it. Even though one of these stories is set in Korea. Very strangely, it's like set in Myeongdong, the most touristy part of Korea. I don't know, it's very strange. I think this is a sexy read for anyone who doesn't want to mind too much to plot and just need something quick and easy but still feel smart about what they're reading. And isn't that every single book about New York and set in New York? I said it. I said it. Speaking mostly to the MFA crowd that moves to Brooklyn and thinks that they're doing God's work. Anyway, hard 3 stars for me. I just thought some of the lines were very funny, and I think, yeah, again, Ed Park, wonderful note taker, not a good storyteller. Next up, did another arc out by G.P. Putnam's Sons. This is out August 7th. It is The Convenience Store by the Sea by Sonoko Machida, and I just said a name and I don't think that's right. And I wrote it down too. Nope, it is. Yeah, this one's just fun. It's a convenience store by the beach about a mother who loves writing manga. It's sort of her little side thing. Yeah, it's just really charming. It's a mother and son relationship, fraught a bit, but in that like coming of age kind of way. Just a really easy, breezy book that's like perfect for summer. Mostly all fluff, really sentimental, and yeah, it's just a cute book. Sometimes I like that. Sometimes I need that. Next up, did a classic. We did The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. It's about an old man and the sea and a big fish. Sound familiar? Will say, I think I spent most of my undergrad trying so hard to avoid reading Moby Dick, but I got stuck. I had to take at least one American literature course. I had to read Moby Dick. By God. Okay, sure. Say what you want. Great novel. Great American novel. It's like reading the Bible to me. I don't care. I like some of the stories, but like as a whole, no. But Hemingway, great admirer of Moby Dick, I think he just wanted to write his own version of Moby Dick, just in fewer pages and within his style. And put simply, I think I like this a lot more than Moby Dick, to be honest. Still, this is like a 3.5 stars for me. But yeah, I just think everything that Moby Dick does is just done a lot faster and easier here. And a lot less whale sperm. I don't think I needed all that. This was fine. And I think I can tick off my classic for the year, so. We got another arc from J.P. Putnam's and Sons. This is out August 5th. This is Tantrum by Rachel Eve Moulton. It's a horror motherhood book with a devil baby, and I'll leave it at that. It's very spiteful, deals with postpartum and what a woman's body is, the trauma that occurs not just in one's past, but also how it carries forward in a body of a mother, but also the interior trauma that occurs as well. Definitely a popcorn read for me. Sorry guys, I just had like a bunch of arcs I had to get through, and they just all kind of piled up for summer. But I'm good now. I've read all of my summer arcs, and I'm okay until like October, November. It definitely leaned more away from horror. I was expecting more horror, but it's more atmospheric, eerie, with a bit of gore here and there, but yeah, did not scare me. I want to know, has anyone been scared of a book? I mean, I don't think I've read anything modern that has like absolutely scared me. In recent memory, I feel like the only book that made me like extremely uncomfortable and like kept me up at night was Tell Me I'm Worthless by Aliss and Rumfit. And that was incredible because of how horrific it was, but also how political it was. And then in terms of like 2 other books that really made me terrified and made me lose sleep was The Shining by Stephen King. I just love like the mania that you enter and sort of this like doom pitfall that you fall into. And also The Exorcist by William P. Blatty. Oh, that was right. Ooh, that was so good. William Peter Blatty. I'm so good, guys. Yeah, I was horrified by the film when I first saw it at like 7 or 8. And then I decided to read the book in my early teenhood. And that one just like trapped me in like a, oh my God, so scary, guys. Yeah, I think because I come from a Catholic background, so that's why. But also, I borrowed it from the library, and it was in this like, it looked like a Bible, which I think terrified me even more. And like the pages were yellow, and there were just like unidentifiable stains on it. And it just made me really uncomfortable holding the book. It smelled moldy. too. Anyway, yeah, those were the only books that have actually terrified me and made me afraid to sleep. And also it at some certain points, but that's it. But yeah, if anyone has like an actual scary book for me, Summer Weed, still going strong. I'll talk about that more in a movie wrap up, but like, yeah. Give me scary. Give me actually scary. Is it possible? Give it to me. I want to know. Tantrum. Okay, I thought this was like a bit mismarketed because I don't think it's horror. It's, yeah, more atmospheric, and I thought it was fine. It definitely plays out more as like a Hulu miniseries, if anything, but in terms of a book, I just think it was really odd. They tried to do this like comedic moments to levy out the horror, but I don't know, it just felt like weird, like awkward laughs weird. I don't think it really hit its marks, which is so interesting to me because Moulton is a writing teacher. And I always find that so fascinating, folks. So fascinating. But yeah, if you're looking for a spiteful postpartum motherhood book, this hits. And my last read of the month is out by Simon & Schuster, August 12th. What Hunger by Catherine Dang. Wow, what a really, really fun one. Again, this was marketed as horror, but I thought it was just gory, and that was it. But it's a teenage cannibal story set in a Vietnamese household. And guys, as a Vietnamese American, this one hit. That's my bias, though, because every single argument and table chat dialogue moment in this book, reminiscent, so pinpointed to a motherfucking T of what my experience was like growing up with my parents and talking to them. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's very plot heavy, but it's a very visceral read, and I loved all the gory bits. Yeah, for fans of Raw, if anyone's seen Raw, I think you'd really like this one. Yeah, just another fun summer-ween-ish popcorn read. I did it mostly also because of that cover. Stunning cover. That's it. That's all I read in July. July was quite busy for me. Very few reads, but also because I'm 3/4 done with Catabasis by Rachel F. Kwong. It's a lot of fun. Not gonna lie. I'm enjoying it. It's like, I really want to see this as a film because I think it'd be so much more engaging and thrilling with like special effects and all, guys. Magic. Ooh. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do like a major reading vlog around this because I've been like slumping. Not just in reading, but like in life. So if you see me talking about this in August again, I apologize, but lots of fun. We'll say that. That's it. Once again, I'm a Blackwell's affiliate, so if you enjoyed me talking about books, please consider using my affiliate link downstairs. Helps me out a bit, helps the channel out a bit, offers international free shipping. So for all my expats out there, let me know what you read in July. Any good bangers? I'd like to know. And as always, be well, do good work, keep in touch. Thumbnail time. Let's do this. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Give me a moment. Alright, this will make sense. I'm going to have like my little books here because they're arcs and the little covers of the books.